Hello, my name is Shannon Marshall. I'd like to welcome you with great excitement to the debut edition of River Cuisine, a show where we hope you'll join us in creating some easy and delicious dishes. Join our chefs, our guest chefs, in learning some neat and tricky culinary kitchen tricks and have some fun with us. We're coming to you today from Stanley's Kitchen, and we'd like to thank Stanley Peterson for welcoming us into her beautiful home and letting us use this fabulous kitchen. We've got a tremendous view of Sequoia Springs out here on a beautiful sunny day. I'd also like to welcome our guest chef today, Dennis Vaughan, whom many of you may know as the creative genius behind the kitchen doors at the Royal Coachman Neighbourhood Pub. So welcome, Dennis.
Thank you very much.
And I understand congratulations are in order. You have been voted by your peers as the top chef?
Yes, I have. Yeah, it was a great honor to be bestowed with that.
Must have been.
Yes,
Good.
it was an award given by all of my peers, which was very important. Not from any food critics, but from people within our industry.
Well,
in the same
must have worked for your employer too.
Oh, it works. It works.
What are we
Increase
cooking
the business
today?
a little bit. We're going to be preparing, first off, a steamer basket. That's for the main course. It's going to be a ginger salmon, and with a variety of fresh vegetables and such, rice pilaf, and for our starting course it'll be a char-grilled romaine Caesar salad with raspberry dressing, and for the dessert we'll do a mango sherbet.
Sounds good. Let's get started.
All right, first off what we're going to do is we're just going to line one of these steamer bamboo baskets, and you can pick these up at any local grocery store, really.
Okay. So I'm going to actually get to help you do some of this stuff to show our
Yes, you
viewing
are.
audience that you don't have to be a top chef to be able to do this.
No, you don't.
This is an idiot-proof recipe?
This is child's play. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, but it's not that difficult.
Oh yeah, child's play till I get a knife in my hand.
First off, what you're going to do is you're going to take the white off of the bok choy.
Okay, and I'm just going to carve around
That's
this
right.
like so.
And we're going to line the bamboo basket with the bok choy.
Okay. Now,
That's right.
do I want any of this overlapping out the top end?
You could have it crawling up the edge,
Okay.
as long as it's
Are we
covering
going
the
to
grate.
serve the dish in this bamboo steamer or put it on a nice plate?
It will all be served within the dish on top of a plate.
Okay.
So when it's presented to your table, which is great for your guests if you're planning on doing an entertainment party, it will go to the table and you can lift it off and you'll have all the smells and aromas and fragrances. It'll be quite wonderful.
Perfect. Okay, so we're going to put 2 of these down.
That's right.
How's that?
That's step 1.
Okay, what am I doing with these?
That can go
Where's
into
our swamper?
That can go into my swamper right here.
Thank you.
So this can go to the side. That's step 1. Step 2, we earlier heated up some water, so it's at a lukewarm temperature now. As you can see, it's cold enough to be able to put my finger in. We'll keep that at a lukewarm.
So what do you want this on at about?
That can go at a very low temperature. That's our rice paper sheet. It shouldn't take no more than 1.5 minutes to rehydrate. So that gives us enough time to puree some garlic.
And when we're doing these for our dinner guests, we're going to want to do these. We're going to rehydrate whatever we're doing with these one
Yes,
at a
we
time,
will.
right?
Yes, we will.
Okay.
You cannot cook them. You cannot rehydrate them 2 at a time. They will stick together.
Okay.
And it's
That's
not
an important
very
thing
nice.
to know.
So if I'm only going to be doing 1 clove of garlic, I normally just squish it down, which we're going to do.
So it helps then to have one of these big broad knives to do that. Once
Yes,
you
this
cut
is
it
your
on
classic.
your hands.
This
That
is your
doesn't smell very
classic
good when it
knife.
gets on your hands, does it?
No, it doesn't. And we'll take some regular salt. We'll
Okay.
add that in there, and we'll make like a garlic salt paste. Putting enough salt in there that you believe you'll need for your lunch, for your dinner. And then you just grind it back and forth, and that'll create a pulp.
Okay. So alternatively, people could do this with their garlic press and then just mix the salt in, or we're not going
That's
to
right.
press it that fine, really, are we?
It's going to be into a mulch. It won't be a true
don't want
puree.
Don't want it really mashed then. Oh,
There
it
we
smells good.
There we go.
See, one of these days they'll come up with a virtual reality television where you can actually smell what's happening here.
Yeah,
That's good, better for some shows than others, I think. How are we doing
I
here?
think they're working on that. That can just stay put. You can turn the heat off on that for now. So there's our garlic. Next we're going to take some ginger. So it is a steamed ginger salmon, and we'll just shave it rather thin.
Now you can use a rasper for this if you like.
Yes, you can. I'm old school. I like my knife.
Yeah, you do, don't you? I like gadgets myself.
Yeah. So we'll just finely julienne it.
I like
first,
gadgets because I can't do that kind of stuff.
And we'll cut.
Oh, that smells great.
The more ginger, the better. I don't really believe you can have enough ginger in this dish. So there's the ginger. We can put that in there.
Okay.
Now, what you can do is you can add some white wine.
Oh my,
and
here's
some
my
lemon
favorite
juice.
part.
Add maybe a tablespoon of white wine into that.
Is that what's in here?
That's right.
It's a big tablespoon, isn't it?
The beautiful thing about TV. And a little bit of lemon juice.
Okay, just a bit
Just
then,
a
not
little
this
bit,
whole
just
thing.
a little bit.
Say when.
When. Perfect. Now, we can
I could
add
drink some of this wine here.
That was my afternoon snack. We'll just put a little bit of black pepper inside.
Oh, a little bit of black pepper, look at that.
And there's salmon in the fridge here that you can reach out.
There's some salmon, okay. Yep. What have we got here, Dennis? It looks like a nice little piece of sockeye.
This is local sockeye salmon from Susie's Market, which was graciously donated to us.
Thanks, Susie.
And we'll just put that in there.
Oh, so we're just going to marinate in this,
Yep.
and oh, see, it wasn't too much white wine.
Nope, nope. Now with the magic of TV, we'll say it's marinated for 20 minutes.
Okay.
First off, we'll take our rice paper out. You can see it's rather pliable now. It's very, very soft and gentle. Treat it like a baby.
Okay, so we're not gonna, we don't want to rip
it. Now, when you're preparing this, you have to think that this area here is going to be the top of the dish. So what we're going to do is grab some leeks and peppers. Just go very sparingly on everything.
Okay, and I'm going to put it right here in the middle.
Right in the middle, yeah.
Okay.
That's a perfect amount. And the same amount as well with the red onions.
Spread it out a bit.
Try to keep it within a 2-inch perimeter, the width of the salmon. And a little bit of carrot.
Some julienne carrots. Oh, it's going to beautiful color combination.
It is a really wonderful combination. And when it all cooks up, the aromas just come all together. And then some bell peppers.
And we have a mixture of bell peppers here, red and green and orange.
Yes. Okay, that should be enough for now.
I'm going to get a red pepper in there.
Now, normally this salmon would have been sitting for 30 minutes. You do want the flavoring of the ginger to go into the salmon. So what we're going to do is we're going to cheat. It's the trick of the trade when you're in a rush.
Chefs can do that.
Take a little bit of ginger on there as well.
Okay.
Now, the one thing that we didn't do was chop some cilantro.
Oh, that's one of my current favorite herbs. Okay, how much is a little bit? This looks like a lot.
Oh, you can cut half of that.
Now, see, now
That's
watch me cut my fingers off.
Look at that.
How's that?
You're a star. That's beautiful.
Okay.
That's absolutely wonderful. Now you can place the cilantro on top of the ginger. And remember, I said that this was going to be the top of the dish. So instead of putting your salmon flesh side up, turn it upside down where the skin would normally be.
Okay.
You place it there, and now you put the same thing of everything that you put on the bottom.
Oh, so we're going to go backwards now.
You're going to go backwards
now. You've filleted this piece of sockeye and taken the skin off of it.
Yes.
And that's no mean feat, is it? Like you've
No, it
got to
isn't.
take all the little bones out?
No, it isn't. But there are pin bones in it. Most people are familiar with the little bones, and you can take those out with needle nose pliers or tweezers. This is a cook's tweezer. It's specially designed to remove the pin bones, and you just hold the salmon down and pull them out like such if you were to do that. It's seconds work with a utensil like that. Very inexpensive, $6,
And you would want
$7.
to do that if you bought the salmon already filleted because you can't be guaranteed.
There's nothing worse than bones.
I hate that.
Isn't that horrible?
I hate that.
Okay, so that's it. So you can
so we're going
continue on.
backwards. Do we want more cilantro there?
Yes.
No, I used most of it, didn't I?
No, that's perfect.
Are we going to use these stems too, Dennis?
I use the stem right down. Yeah. Perfect.
How's that?
That's wonderful.
That's how it would happen at home.
It's so simple. It's so simple. Anybody. Yeah.
Okay, now we're going to go backwards with the peppers then.
That's right.
Are we going to use the rest of these?
No.
That's kind of a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, just a few because you do have an awful lot of ingredient.
Again with the carrots.
Again with the carrots. Some red onions. And some leeks.
You have to know.
She's doing a great job.
You have to know that I'm being much more careful here than I would be at home. Under your watchful
that's
eye.
Only because so many people are watching you.
Now, what did I do with my? There it is.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to
part.
wrap it up. The rice paper is very gentle. It's so easy to tear. So before you wrap the salmon, you have to reposition some of the vegetables. Some of them might be sticking out.
Tuck them in a little bit.
So just tuck them in. It's only food. You don't have to be afraid to touch it at all.
Scooch these over
now
here
you
and under
can you
here.
can wrap it up. You can wrap it up from the front to the back.
I can do this, can I?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Front
There
to
you go.
back and then sides?
Yeah.
No, we
Or
can.
from this side to this side to this side. There's really no rules in this.
Doesn't matter, does
As
it?
long as it looks pretty.
'Cause this is
and
gonna
it
go
already
on the
looks pretty.
bottom.
That is the base. Yes.
Base. Okay. And look at that. It's like we knew what we were doing here.
It's perfect.
There you go.
You're a natural. So bring the steamer bamboo basket over.
Okay.
And we just happen to have a little bit of rice left over from yesterday. I know a lot of people like preparing food at home, and often than not, you always prepare more food than you should. So always look in the fridge to see what you can use over.
Yeah, what do you do
If
with
we
those
had some
leftovers?
potatoes, we could put potatoes in there. If we had any linguine noodles, we could put
so
some olive oiled linguine
This would work
noodles.
equally well with pasta.
It would work well with pastas.
Perfect.
Yeah, so we'll just put some right into the center of it. It's really not a difficult thing to do there.
And so we've put about, what, a cup or so of rice?
That's about 6 ounces of rice, cooked rice.
How am I
Now,
going to measure
if
6
I was-
ounces? That's just a little less than a cup, right?
If I was eating this myself at home, I'd probably put in 12.
Okay.
If you're a light eater, you could probably put in 2 or 3 ounces. It's
Okay.
whatever you want to
So
do.
whatever you want to do. Now am I going to flatten this out a bit?
No, you're going to keep it piled high. You can pick this up very gently
Ooh, give me all the tough jobs.
and place it on an
Oh,
angle
okay.
to the bamboo basket.
Okay, so I'm going to lay this right there.
Beautiful.
Oh.
Look at this.
How pretty is
She's
that?
great.
See that? How's that angle? That's good?
This is where we get to have a little fun now.
I
We
know.
get to put the vegetables around
to
it.
decorate
So we'll
it.
just put this on the side one more time.
Okay. I can put the lid on it. Do you want me over on the other side?
No, this is fine. This is fine. Thank God for the carburetor. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of olive oil.
Okay.
Now only put about 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil, just enough to glaze
You want me
some
to
of the
free
vegetable.
pour a tablespoon and a half? Did you see what I
Free
did with
pour
the
it.
wine?
Free
Okay,
pour it.
say when.
Go, 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 stop.
Perfect.
Beautiful. Now, I'm a fanatic for garlic, so we
Okay.
can never have enough garlic. Let's have a little more
Not
garlic.
enough
in
garlic,
there.
not
enough
and not
garlic.
too much ginger.
Right. You got to have a little bit of fun with that.
It's good for you too, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful for your heart. It thins out your blood. So it doesn't really have to even be finely chopped. Just mince it up a little bit and throw it in.
Okay.
It's not
So,
difficult.
nutritionally speaking, we've got some pretty good balance happening here with all of the vegetables, the rice as the grain addition.
Very low fat.
Very
you
low
have
fat.
your carbohydrates there with the
fat
rice.
that's in here is good fat. We've got the omega-3s from the salmon.
Mm-hmm. And of course we have our olive oil, which is one of the better oils for your system.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're going to take some vegetables. I like using celery heart. People normally just throw them away, but it's a beautiful thing to have. We'll put that in here.
I'm just going to put it in just like that.
Yeah. We'll take some tomatoes, and we'll put some nice tomatoes inside.
These are little Romas.
Little baby Romas. We have some very unique purple snow peas.
I love these peas.
That's from the farmer's market.
I know, aren't
locally
they great?
grown.
Now, Stanley picked these up at the farmer's market that takes place in the Thai Plaza on Sunday mornings. I believe they start at 10 o'clock in the morning. These are locally grown, evidently.
They are.
They hold their color when they're cooked, unlike
they do.
the purple beans which I have never tried, but understand turn green ones.
Now, if we were to use the green snow peas, we would add them in near the end of the cooking process. Otherwise, they'd go very dingy and gray.
Yeah, okay.
I am very fond of peppers, so we'll put that in for a little bit of color.
And this is a great time of year for peppers, isn't it?
So let's see if we have something else. We've got some more pepper here. Another piece of red pepper here. So we've got a little bit of salt. You can sprinkling of salt in there with your, take a pinch.
You don't trust me, do you?
Take a pinch.
How's that?
A little more. A little more. And some black pepper.
Okay, I'm going to get sneeze in here. How's that?
Might be me first.
Sorry.
So we'll just dig our hands inside.
Toss
And
it
we'll
all
coat them
around.
with the oil. If you were to not put the oil in the vegetables, it would still cook up the same way, but the presentation when you open the basket, the vegetables would look very dry. This will give it a very nice sheen appearance when you prepare it. So now you can arrange that. You can be the artist and you can arrange your vegetables around.
Okay, so
your item.
this looks like it's going to lend itself well to curling around here.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And we'll put these peppers like so. Where are you going, Dennis?
I'm just going to wash my hands here.
I like the way he trusts me to do all this stuff. Now,
You can become a
about if
Picasso
we-
and arrange them in any colorful format.
can we, if we stand these up, these little peas up in here, they'll
they should just keep standing. Yeah.
I don't want it to look like somebody's been playing with the food, but
No.
that does look kind of pretty, doesn't it?
It does look
How
very
many, are we going
pretty.
to put all of these in?
Oh, you can add as
I'll lay some
many
down
or
the
as little
side
as
here.
you want.
Well, let's have them all.
As a matter of fact, it would even be a nice thing to have the celery come over top,
Oh, yeah.
just to create some height, and to have these balance over top. And then you've got some really funky thing
So
happening.
because you don't really need to see this rice down here, do you?
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Well, let's take that off there.
Half of the fun is cooking is to see the people's faces when it's presented to them.
Oh, yeah. And this
Half
is going
of
to
that
be
is arranging.
spectacular, isn't it?
So
There,
this
let's
is it. This is basically
turn it
the
around
finished
a little
thing.
so we can get all the camera angles on that. That is so pretty.
And cooking time on that's only going to be 10 to 11 minutes. Now, how we're going to cook this is we're going to put the lid back on.
Okay.
And through the magic of television, we actually prepared one earlier.
And we have the finished product.
And if I might say, yours looked a lot better.
Thanks.
There you go.
Oh, you're just saying that.
So it's great to cook 2 baskets at one time.
Oh, is that okay?
If you cook any more than 2 baskets, it takes an awful long time for steam to travel from basket to basket to basket, and you would have to stop the cooking process and rotate them every 7 minutes.
So in the steaming process, the steam's going to come, steam everything here, and juices are going to drip from one to the other. It's going to be exquisite, isn't it?
That's right.
So we're going to put this in the wok at a fairly high heat so that water gets
It's got to
moving?
be at high heat.
Okay.
We're going to put it on now. It'll take 3 minutes for the water to boil.
Okay.
And then another 10, 11 minutes cooking time. So we've got 14 minutes before this is going to be prepared.
Okay.
And in that 14 minutes, we can clean up our station and we can get ready for our first course.
We have a swamper to do this, don't we?
We-
I love this part.
we did
This
have
is
a
great.
swamper
See,
for
at
that.
home, I'd have to do all this by myself. Okay, so Dennis, you're going to start now with the char-grilled romaine lettuce.
We've char-grilled our romaine lettuce earlier in the day. We had to start up a barbecue.
I've never heard of that. That is so cool.
It is kind of a neat concept. We could have pan-fried it, but I really wanted to get the smokiness flavor and the coloring of the lettuce. So
what
you
have you
just
done?
brush
You've
it with olive oil.
You've quartered it here.
Let's just say that this is your full head of lettuce.
Okay.
So we've just basically cut it into 4 pieces, halfway this way and then halfway again, and brushed it with olive oil and put it on a very hot grill. And it takes only about 45 seconds to 50 seconds. We just want to get the coloring. We don't want to cook the lettuce. You'll see that inside it's still crisp and it's chilled. It just came out of the refrigerator, so it is served cold.
So everything we've done today for this menu can be prepared in advance.
It can be prepared ahead in advance.
Because you're going to want this cold.
The lettuce could actually be prepared the day before, as long as it's kept in your refrigerator. Same with the croutons. We're going to prepare it with some panini chips as opposed to a regular crouton.
Panini being?
Panini being a French loaf, and you thinly cut it.
Sort of on the diagonal?
Yeah, on a bias cut, and we'll prepare some of that for the camera.
Okay.
So right now I'm cracking some egg yolks for the Caesar dressing.
Go ahead.
And we're going to take a twist on it. We're going to do a regular Caesar dressing, but we're going to add a puree of raspberries. You could use blueberries, blackberries.
Oh, no kidding, in a Caesar dressing.
Yeah, anything you like. We were going to be brave enough and put in some balsamic vinegar, but maybe we'll do that in another
Oh, I can hardly
show.
wait to try it. I love the way you don't trust me to separate these eggs.
You want to get dirty?
Good job. No, you go ahead.
No, here.
No, I don't like the feel of them.
There you go. We
Put
can all
me
have
under-
fun. We
Put
can all
me
have
under
some fun
pressure.
here.
Oh, see, I'll hold that down there. They never look very pretty when that's happening.
Maybe we'll do just. I think that'll be fine.
Okay. So we talked about raw eggs in the Caesar salad, and
Yes.
that's not a concern for you?
No, that's actually the traditional way to prepare any mayonnaise-based dressing is with raw egg yolk. So with our Caesar, we're going to be adding Dijon mustard, red wine vinegar, Worcester's, Tabasco sauce. Of course, Caesar isn't Caesar without capers
And anchovies, yeah.
So the first thing we're going to do is slice up a few anchovies.
A few. I like your few.
A few is 3. 3 to 5.
3 to 5, yeah.
Unless you want to get
You
really
just
fishy.
go ahead.
You want to take another one? We'll take another one? No, that's good.
I like anchovies, actually.
So we'll just cut it up.
I always put it in my Caesar salad at home. Now, my Caesar salad's never quite this elaborate, and I cheat. I use mayonnaise in mine instead of eggs, but
You can.
I may go back to this traditional method of preparing it.
Well, remember that the more anchovies you do put in your dressing, the less salt you would have to put into your dressing, because
Right.
they are rather salty. So we'll just put that right inside. We'll drop that right inside.
Okay.
And then For the amount for 4 people that we're doing, we'll just take a teaspoon of capers.
I love your scientific measurements too.
Yeah, something like. So we'll just do the same thing that we did with the garlic earlier. We'll just mash them. And it doesn't have to be perfect.
You just hit me with that one.
It doesn't have to be. It squirted you? It got you in the eye? So we'll just give it a rough dice.
Now, that's not something I've ever put in a Caesar salad dressing before.
A lot of people do not use them. A lot of people do. Some people
capers too.
Some people go 100% anchovy with no capers. Some people are allergic to anchovies, or they just don't like the taste of it, so they go 100% capers. But we go 50-50 at the Royal Coachman.
Now, for the benefit of our viewing audience, we're going to tell you that you can get any of these recipes by calling the CRTV office at 923-8821, or coming on down to the CRTV studio at 500 Rob Ron Street, and Marjorie has got these recipes all ready to go for you.
That's right.
I'm taking Dennis home myself. I don't need the recipes.
Oh, as long as there's some wine involved, I guess.
Oh, always, always.
To help the emulsification process, we're going to be adding olive oil into the egg yolks, and we're going to be whisking at a very, very high speed, just like making a regular mayonnaise. But we're going to put the Dijon mustard in first. Okay. Because the Dijon mustard actually helps the oil blend into the egg yolks.
Oh, does it? I didn't know that.
So
now,
that's
Dennis, speaking of
wine,
wine, what kind of wine would you recommend with this particular dinner?
With this dinner, I would go with Chilean white. Even a white Zinfandel would work very nicely. I wouldn't go any higher on a sweet content. I would go with the 0 rating. Okay. Yeah, because there's already going to be some acidity in the Caesar dressing. Okay, and so I think the Zinfandel would really match the subtle flavorings of the vegetables.
I can smell this starting to come alive now. It's heavenly.
It's starting.
It's hot too.
Now we're just going to very, very, very slowly add the olive oil into the eggs.
Okay, I'm going to tip this just so because that's not working for you, is it?
No, it works quite well.
So about how much olive oil are you putting in here?
I'm going to add roughly. Is that chef's measurements or house measurements? We're gonna probably add about a half a cup of oil.
Truth be known, this is how we all do it at home, though, isn't it?
It's how everybody does it. You could use a Cuisine, but why get another piece of equipment dirty? We're already getting ourselves dirty with it. There's no need to wash any extra dishes. So the more oil that you add into this as you're going, you can already see.
Yeah, that's looking beautiful.
You can already see that it's already becoming one. It's not becoming separated because we've added it slowly. Now that we've reached this stage, you can add the oil a little more quickly. Okay. Yeah. Do
you want me to hold that bowl for you?
That'd be wonderful.
You're doing okay without me?
No, I need you. I need you. Don't go anywhere.
It's so good to feel important.
So we'll stop it right there. As you can see, it is starting to get rather thick now. If we add any more oil, it's going to come apart.
Altogether, you've put about half a cup in there, maybe?
So far. So now we're going to season it.
Oh, you know that.
Okay. We're going to take some red wine vinegar.
You want me to dump that, or are we just talking a little bit here? Okay, you go.
You could add a tablespoon.
Okay.
A tablespoon.
All right. Like the tablespoon of wine.
Yeah. Perfect. That is wonderful.
Okay, I'm going to reach across in front of you. Excuse me.
And maybe a spoonful of the Worcesters.
Okay. My English grandmother taught me the correct pronunciation
How about
of this.
half of that? Yeah.
It's Worcestershire.
Worcestershire?
Oh, actually, no. She called it something even easier than that.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. Something like that.
Well,
it adds tremendous flavor, though, doesn't it?
Canadian speakers, we're lazy on the tongue sometimes. We just call it Worcesters. And a few drops of Tabasco. Yes. Just to get that bite here for you. Okay, now, because we're going to be preparing it with raspberries, we do have some raspberry puree.
Are we going to put garlic in it?
We're going to put garlic in it. We're going to put all sorts of stuff in it.
Nothing like an impatient swamper. Oh, this is going to be a beautiful color.
Now look at this. This is a nice puree.
This is pureed. So you would just put this in your Cuisinart and blast it a few times.
Blast it away.
You can freeze that.
Now we've got a wonderful coloring happening in there, and we've got all the essentials. So now for the garlic. As much or as little as you like. I like garlic.
Yeah.
How about?
You don't like
maybe not that much garlic. That's good.
Okay.
That's perfect.
There you go, chicken. Got a hot date tonight?
Yeah, my wife's waiting patiently for me at home. And some salt and pepper.
Oh, we put that away somewhere, didn't we already?
That's right over yonder.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just going to squeeze over here and grab some fresh raspberries as well.
Okay, here's your salt and pepper. How much of this do you want? You want me to just...
Just a pinch. Just
okay,
a pinch.
because we put a fair bit of anchovy in there.
3 pinches like that.
Okay.
Perfect. And the pepper, beautiful. Just a nice...
I'm not touching that.
Quarter teaspoon.
Rub my face and then be sneezing all afternoon. How's that?
A little bit more. So that's about a teaspoon of black pepper that she put in there, which is just nice. The blackberries, you can put them into a little bowl. Raspberries, you can put them into a little bowl and puree them, or you can just put them in whole, which I kind of like doing.
That makes life easy.
As you mix it up, they're going to break apart anyways. So now we're going to add just a touch more oil.
Look at the color coming up. That is so pretty. I'm going to tip the bowl.
Yeah. All the color is coming out.
Smells pretty darn good. And we haven't, oh, we did put the garlic in, didn't we?
Yes, we did. And that is that. All done. Now
so the Parmesan cheese goes on afterwards?
The Parmesan cheese can go on afterwards.
Okay, that's going to look really nice.
For those of you that like Parmesan, there's no rules.
No rules?
If you want it in now, put it in now, and then we can put some more on afterwards.
I like that. No rules cooking.
That's okay. No rules for that. There you go. Everybody's happy.
Okay.
Okay, so we can put this to the side for now.
So would you refrigerate that before you put it on your salad, or you prefer to leave it just kind of room
temperature? You could keep it in your fridge for a half an hour, but we're going to be putting it together with the magic of TV. You can see that the salmon is coming together quite nicely. It's probably got another 3 minutes yet on it, and that'll be good. That gives us enough time to prepare some panini buns. So with the knife, you cut the one end off and
that would
put
be
it
my
aside.
That'd be my little snack, actually.
And you can cut some panini chips. Okay, let's just say we did a whole bunch.
Okay.
And then you can...
What'd you do with your pastry brush?
It's right on that counter. Now what you can do is take some olive oil and brush the panini, like so. And then take some of the Parmesan cheese again. You can never get enough cheese. You put that on your panini chips.
Okay.
A little bit of pepper.
I'm standing back from the pepper.
A little bit of salt. And for those of you heavy on garlic, you can always add a little bit of garlic. And as that toasts, it'll roast up in your toaster oven quite nice. You can use any variety of herbs. You can use basil, if you like basil, or fresh dill or such.
We were talking about the things that you could use too in these little salmon parcels that we've done. On decorating the rice, you can use your choice of vegetables. You can put some baby corn in there, some braca flour.
No rules.
No rules.
Whatever type of vegetable that you're fond of. You can put anything.
Perfect.
The world is the limit when it comes to this type of a dish.
So how long are we going to broil these little paninis for?
These paninis can be in the toaster oven in less time than it takes to make toast. Oh. You just put it on broil, you set them in 1 minute, and that's all you have to do. And this is how it'll turn out. So we're going to have a little fun with our Caesar now. We're going to put that here.
So this is going to be 1 serving.
That's 1 serving.
Okay.
Maybe we'll take 2 or 3 of the panini chips, maybe 4 if people like.
Man, this looks like a main meal. That's huge.
If people like chips, okay, how about 3? I like odd numbers, 3. That's good.
Okay.
And we're going to step over here with the wonderful magic of television. We have some Caesar dressing already in a bottle. And we'll just put this over top. And we'll just squirt it on top. Just like that.
Oh, right over top of the panini,
right over top. And now we'll take some angel hair Parmigiana and we'll just lay it over top like that.
Now, do you have a particular preference for your brand of Parmigiana?
Grana Padano is nice, or you can use the Reggiano. Reggiano is wonderful.
Is that?
A little bit of bacon. Don't be afraid to put some on the glass. You can make it, you can do whatever you like on that. And that's it.
That is beautiful.
Now you can either put on a piece of lemon.
I don't know how much better. Well, wreck the joint. Don't know how much better you can see that. That looks so pretty.
You can either put on a piece of lemon, which you can also fan out. Put that there.
On the side.
Or you can use some lime. But
Lime.
the green doesn't go with, well, we'll save
Yeah,
the
the
lime
lemon
for
stands out
We'll
beautifully
save
there.
the lime for the salmon.
Do I get to eat this later?
You do.
Oh, I can
That's the
really
best
wait.
part of the show.
Yeah.
We get to sit down and eat it.
Okay, lift the lid.
We can turn this off. This is pretty
okay.
much ready now. So that's that. We'll just put
Thank goodness,
there
that
for
was getting
now.
hot.
This can go over yonder. I guess that's pretty much it. The only thing we need to do now is dish out some sorbet.
Pour the
and
wine?
Get the
Oh,
fresh
pour the
berries
wine.
ready,
Look at me.
and
Okay.
pour some wine.
Mango sorbet for dessert?
Mango sorbet and fresh berries, and we'll
Okay.
get that together in about 2 minutes.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, we're in the final steps of our menu preparation. This is the exciting part, dessert always being one of my favorites. Dessert and wine, I could live on that.
Just enough to cleanse the palate today. We're going to do a mango sorbet.
Okay, so this is all in keeping with the low-fat variety of food that we have on our menu this evening, except for maybe that Caesar salad.
Exactly. So here we go with the bowl. Just put out as much sorbet as you like.
We have a mango sorbet, and we're just going to put this in the bottom of the bowl.
Yep. I think that's sufficient right there. That's a perfect amount.
That's about as much as I like. There you go.
And now we've got some fresh strawberries and blueberries.
And we have about 3 or 4 strawberries sliced in there or quartered.
Right. You can take 1 tablespoon of that and just sprinkle it all over the top. Just sweeten it up a bit. That should be fine. That's good.
I like it sweet.
Okay, dump it in. Put it in.
Yeah, it's all right. You go.
And once again, we've got our raspberry puree, which we're just going to moisten the fruit up a little bit with, and it'll help the sugar to dissolve.
That's going to taste so good.
And you just mix it up.
Okay.
That's all you do. And I've got some wonderful fresh mint over yonder.
Oh, this is fresh from Stanley's garden, isn't it?
The mint is, yes. She has a wonderful variety of herbs outside.
Fabulous herb garden. The most incredible rosemary bush I've ever seen. Sorry, hands, it's even better than yours, but it's lovely.
And
okay.
Now we can scoop it onto the top. Let it fall around.
Oh.
Yeah, no rules.
No rules, just pour. I can just dump like I'd be doing this at home.
Yeah, think of it for 2 portions though.
Whoops. There goes, I got a renegade raspberry or blueberry here.
And we'll just put the nice
This will be mine
on the top.
Because it's got most of the fruit in it.
That can be yours. Okay.
Okay,
so
that's beautiful. That looks lovely.
Now we're going
See those colors?
Finish our salmon.
Okay,
we're just
let's take a look at
sauce.
this salmon in here. I'm going to lift the lid on this because it's so amazing. Look at that. Beautiful colors.
It's really come together.
And it smells marvelous, darling.
Marvelous. So you can fill this combo cup. This is a chicken chili sauce, which you can get in any market.
Oh, this is my favorite stuff. This is that sweet Thai stuff that I love this. On omelets in the morning.
That should be fine. But we're going to give it more of an Asian appeal, and we're going to add some oyster sauce in it today.
Okay.
Why not?
About equal portion?
You can put 1/2 of the amount
from the chicken sauce. Do the ketchup thing here?
Yeah. It is a rather thick sauce.
Oh.
It's starting to come now. Give it a good pat. Bang the thing.
Oh, damn.
Don't be shy, girl.
It's not going to go. Oh, here we go.
Okay, that's good. That's good. And we'll just mix that up a bit. Okay?
Oh, that smells really good.
It is.
Okay.
Very nice. Okay, now we can take the bamboo basket. We'll put it on the plate.
Oh, okay. Now, and I have another top for this second one, haven't I? And I'm going to put this inside here.
Yes, we'll make some room for that. So we'll just kind of push the vegetables around a little bit here. Let's just push it around. There you go.
Just kind of nestle it in there. Oh, and this is I can hardly wait to make this for company. This is going to be so cool. So impressive, so easy.
And we've got our salad, which we prepared earlier.
Look at that.
And it's all here. So.
What a delightful presentation.
Bon appetit there,
girl. So we have some people to thank. We would like to thank sponsors IGA, Overweighty, Co-op, Susie's Live Seafoods. Once again, our thanks to Stanley Peterson for letting us use her wonderful kitchen.
It's a beautiful
And to you, our celebrity chef, Dennis, thank you very much. This has been so much fun.
Thank you so much for having me in it.
Let's eat.
I really enjoyed it. I think we're going to eat and have some wine.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.